Hello, everybody, and thank you for listening to my nonsense. Hi, I'm here, just coming to you because I wanted to say Happy April Fool's Day. It's not April Fool's Day right now where I am. It's what is it? It's the 31st of March, actually. Yes, more specifically, 10:54 in the morning, Arizona Standard Time. Anyway, I was just watching some crap on my iPad Pro because I was bored and I was off of work early and not early, but I got home early, motorcycle. Anyway, point is, I wanted to share something with you guys, and it's a clip from The View. It's not too old, I guess. It's from a few weeks ago. I've seen it now probably 7 or 8,000 times. Not really, maybe like 3 or 4. But I love this clip, and I just wanted to share it with you. So the little backstory, Meghan McCain, if you don't know who she is, she's really accomplished, actually. Meghan McCain actually happened to become one of John McCain's sperm. And so that's her story. That's all she's ever done. But now she's on the show on The View, because naturally that's how that works. And they're talking about Ilhan Omar, which is really upsetting, I understand. It's really upsetting to someone like Meghan McCain because what happened was Ilhan Omar had tweeted out, she had made a tweet that was basically, it wasn't an anti-Semitic tweet. She was making a double entendre when she made the statement, it's all about the Benjamins, from the rap song, but not just the rap song, but, Benjamin Netanyahu, So that's what she was talking about, the influence that Israel has over the U.S. government and, through lobby, AIPAC, etc. I mean, flipping Netanyahu spoke on the floor without the permission of the invitation of the president. I mean, yeah, of course they have influence over us. But it's not just that. Ilhan Omar has also said this about Saudi Arabia. What does that make her anti-Muslim? She's a Muslim herself. You flipping idiot. I don't get it. But yeah, she said that also. She talks about lobbyist groups. She doesn't like influence in government. Of course she doesn't. Of course she doesn't, because she was a Justice Democrat, which was started by Kyle Kalinske of Secular Talk, and Cenk Uygur, and I believe one other fellow whose name I forget. I apologize. And that's what they were all about, was getting corruption and money out of politics. So without further ado, I would like to show you what Meghan McCain, the ever so accomplished thing that she is, responding to Ilhan Omar, basically pointing out the obvious, that Israel, their government, just like Saudi Arabia, has influence over our politicians. I'll skip the first minute and 54 seconds because I don't want to bore you with that, but here we go.
This issue is a really intense one for me, and just bear with me, because I know, Sonny, you and I in particular don't always agree on this. And I want to say, first and foremost, anti-Semitism shouldn't be a left or right issue. I don't think we should be politicizing it on either side, because, as we know, if it's a tiki torch person in Charlottesville saying Jews will not replace us, or if it's we had Barry Weiss on to talk about sort of these more dog whistle moments that, in my view, Ilhan Omar is doing. And she, as of Saturday, hadn't been able to have gone 15 days without saying something anti-Semitic. What's interesting about this is that she is an up-and-coming rising star in the Democratic Party. She's on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine right now. She fits a lot of boxes that Democrats like. She is the first Somali elected member of Congress. She's the first woman, first of 2 Muslim women elected to Congress, and she's the first minority woman to serve from Minnesota. And the problem is right now is there's pressure to support her within the Democratic Party, because identity politics and intersectionality is something that is important to Democrats. Mm-hmm. And I think at this specific moment, this is a watershed moment for Democrats. A lot of Jewish people in this country, I think, are being asked, With the rise of anti-Semitism in this country, is it more important to defend party politics or is it more important to defend anti-Semitism? And we can have conversations all day long about how you feel about Israeli politics. Yes, excuse me if you object to it. We can have a conversation all day long about how you feel about Palestinian politics, how you feel about Israeli politics, how you feel about Netanyahu, but in the same way that I fear what's happening with Corbyn in the UK, I fear that it's seeping its way over here in the United States. And I just present this question, which may be an uncomfortable one. If what Ilhan Omar has been saying for the past few weeks were said by a white Republican male, how would you be reacting to it right now?
Well, Megan, I'm glad that you asked, because this is how I would respond. I would say, hey, yeah, that guy's right. You know, he may be a Republican, but, and I may not be a Republican, nor am I a Democrat, but hey, this guy is speaking truth, obvious truth, but truth nonetheless. So here's something about which we agree. That is what I would say, Megan. But let's hear what the spew of the View have to say.
I mean, for me, I object to it no matter who says it.
I'm asking the proverbial question.
The other thing why are they always concentrating on Israel is what I want to know. There's a little tiny place apart in the world. I mean...
you want to know why, Joy? You want to know why, Joy, that they're only concentrating, why Ilhan Omar is only concentrating on Israel? It's actually quite simple. The only reason that Ilhan Omar is concentrating so much on Israel is because she's not. Because she's just not. Because she says the same shit about Saudi Arabia. You know, not just Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, but Mohammed bin Salman as well. I mean, I just don't get it. I can't. Whatever that means, I don't know. But I can't.
She's from Mogadishu. Does she object to things they do there? I'm assuming she does. And Yemen and Libya and Syria and all the hot spots all over the world. And yet this seems to be the focus of a lot of people around the world, including the UK and here. Israel. And why that particular country? It's very suspicious to me.
So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. There's a couple of parts I want to get to. In this next little clip, you're going to see, it's the same clip and just fast forwarding a little bit. But Sonny is going to basically say essentially what I've been saying in more or less words. But let's hear that, and then after that, we're going to give Meghan McCain a chance to shine.
I think we should talk about the comment that she made that has spurned all of this discussion, right?
There are many comments.
There are many comments, but the comment that she made that we're talking about, that the resolution has come from, she said, so for me, because she has apologized for the other comments, for two of the comments.
Well, she also had a lot of pressure to apologize.
But she did apologize. So the comment she said was, so for me, I want to talk about the political influence in this country that says it is okay for people to push for allegiance to a foreign country. And I want to ask, why is it okay for me to talk about the influence of the NRA, of fossil fuel industries, or big pharma, and not talk about a powerful lobby that is influencing policy? That's what she said. And people say that that is anti-Semitic. When we had Barry, no, let me just finish. When
give her a minute. Give us a minute. Let her finish. You child, Meghan McCain. You child.
We had Barry Weiss on as an expert in what is anti-Semitic and what isn't. I asked her, is it okay to talk about Israel's policies and not be called anti-Semitic?
And she said yes.
And she said yes. She said where it crosses the line is when you say that Israel does not have the right to exist. That is when it crosses the line. Now, Omar has never suggested that Israel does not have the right to exist.
Can I say what she has said?
Megan, shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear you. Just shut up. No one cares what you have to say. Shut up.
To me, it seems to me that Republicans are trying to use this as a wedge issue.
I'm really not.
And
let Sonny talk. Shut up, Megan.
Think that...
Not you. She's not talking about you.
You know, this selective outrage...
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's what the it's like she's her mother. It's crazy. She's not talking about you. Oh my god! Meghan McCain is without a doubt, just 100% the best advertisement I've ever seen for a 100% estate tax. Oh my god, Meghan! God, just get it. You need Joy to hold your hand and guide you through how to be on national television. Just like this.
Is kind of crazy because I don't think that the Republicans have moral high ground here.
But it seems like Democrats
I think
are upset
that
too,
Kevin
though.
McCarthy has used these anti-Semitic tropes. I think that Jim Jordan just recently,
And I
tweeted
call
this
against Tom Steyer.
Remember that Ilhan Omar in the West Virginia Republican Party just had this huge poster superimposed with her face with 9/11 terrorists. And I haven't heard any outrage about that coming from the Republican Party. And all that to say is that this selective outrage, and I will tell you, I take this very personally as a woman of color who has been the subject of so much bigotry. And what a lot of people don't know is that my grandfather is Jewish. He is a Sephardic Jew. And so I have, my family members have received a lot of bigotry. So, I've experienced firsthand in my family anti-Semitism and bigotry for being black. And so this whole, thing,
Sonny,
I think it's just a distraction.
Are
you comfortable with me speaking now? Are we comfortable with me rebutting now?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I speak now? Hey guys, can I speak now? Hey guys, can I speak? I've been trying to interrupt you this whole time, and now you won't let me speak. Guys, I'm trying to interrupt you guys. Why won't you let me interrupt you?
I mean, seriously, she's been trying. Meghan, you've been trying to interrupt Sonny this entire time. Keep butting in, and Joy's got to be like, no, now's not the time to talk. Shut the hell up. Shut the fuck up. Meghan, my God. And then finally, when Sonny finished and then you were able to talk, you're like, well, now finally can I talk? Jesus, how do you not own a mirror? Do you not see what we see? Miss McCain?
So she also said Israel has hypnotized the world, suggested that Jews in Israel have bought U.S. politicians all about the Benjamins. Implied that American Jews have divided loyalties and it's okay for people to push allegiance to a foreign country. I again say...
Okay, so all that's bullshit, just saying. Except she did say the hypnotizing thing, but obviously, again, in the same context that, like I said, whoa, holy crap, the foam looks very strange in here when I am high. Anyway, but within the same context that, again, there are lobbyist groups, there are organizations such as AIPAC, and I got to stop looking up. That is going to screw with me. Anyway, it's like I said, she's not an anti-Semite. Everybody knows this. You can just listen, look what the fuck she says. Just look it up yourself. Just, Jesus Christ. Do a little bit more than Meghan McCain did, which was nothing. Which is good. Why would she do any prep work to be on national TV for a show that millions of people watch and consider to be legitimate news?
Why this obsession with Jerusalem and Israel? Why this obsession with this specific area of the country? And as you've said many times, these are dog whistle comments.
Dude, she's not... How many times have I'm going to stop repeating myself. Okay, you guys get it. She's not just talking about Israel. She's also... Okay, we'll move on.
For Jewish Americans.
Yes,
they are.
we
and
agree.
they hear what she's saying. And
she had to apologize for that.
But you
She
have to admit, Meghan, that it is disingenuous of the Republican Party to go after her. This is her point, when they are backing a president who is in bed with dictators committing human rights violations
really,
all over the world.
Traffics in bigotry. Traffics in bigotry.
Let's go there.
So just really quickly.
Okay, now here is the best part. This is what I wanted you to see the entire time. This is the only reason I wanted to show you this video, is because Meghan McCain... Can we get some piano up in here? Of course we can. We can do whatever the hell we want because this is Earth. Okay, so without further ado, Meghan McCain is going to give her input on how all of this affects her. The anti-Semitism that may or may not exist with Ilhan Omar, and how this all makes her feel. So let's take a listen and make it a little emotional. So like I said, let's bring up some piano.
Since we're talking about, I take this very personally. I would go so far as to say I probably verge on being a Zionist as well.
By the way, you verge on being a Zionist? How can you verge on being a Zionist? You're either a Zionist or you're an anti-Zionist. Perhaps you don't know what Zionism is? Huh? Random guess. Trust fund, baby. Trust fund, baby.
But I will say that I don't have family that is Jewish, but Joe Lieberman and Hadassah Lieberman are my family.
Yeah.
And I take the hate crimes rising in this country incredibly seriously, and I think what's happening in Europe is really scary. And I'm sorry if I'm getting emotional, but the idea that this is politicized, I'm really not. I was very nervous to talk about this on the show because I thought it would become politicized, and it really shouldn't be. On both sides, it should be called out.
Right.
And just because I don't technically have Jewish family that are blood related to me, it doesn't mean I don't take this as seriously, and it is very dangerous. Very dangerous, and I think we all collectively as Americans on both sides, and what Ilhan Omar is saying is very scary to me, and it's very scary to a lot of people, and I don't think you have to be Jewish to recognize that.
It's so scary. It's a little more scary to me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? Why the hell were you crying? I've seen this so many times now that I just don't give a shit anymore. But the first 2-3 times I saw this, I could not stop laughing. I don't know how they kept a straight face. I don't know how they did it. Like, what the hell? You don't know what you're talking about. You came totally unprepared, and then when Sonny more specifically brought up something that kind of went against your narrative and asked a pretty fair and reasonable question, you make no effort whatsoever to even attempt to fool us that perhaps you may have been listening, which I highly doubt. But you know what? Let's finish this clip.
And I just hope instead of a resolution just from the Democrats, I'm tired of the selective outrage, and I hope that we have a joint resolution, perhaps.
I'm not having selective outrage.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
From Republicans and from the Democrats, I would be in favor of a joint resolution.
Thanks for watching or listening. Sorry I don't have any video. I still have to set up my studio and everything. I just got the lights back on the other day because my lights went out and now my lights are back on. So anyway, that will be happening sometime in the near future. As I said, I'm starting up a new channel. I've already started it actually, just haven't posted any videos. But anywho, that's all for now. So ta-ta! Bye for now.